Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go through a little spring refresh and getting ready for this beautiful new weather in 2024. I'm going to be donating some clothing, I'm going to give a little book review, and then we're also going to refresh our sheets and see where the day will take us from there. So hopefully you'll enjoy watching and stay tuned. Thanks so much. Another part of my spring routine is that I like to try and get in the habit of changing and washing the sheets every single weekend. We were really bad about this during the winter, but I got inspired by somebody somewhere and thought it'd be a great idea to start picking up this habit again. So let's finish this up, and then we are going to look through my wardrobe for a little bit and see if we can find anything for donations, so we can start more spring cleaning and getting that refresh. Now, with my donations, I do not have actually that much clothing. So we're just gonna see if there are a couple pieces that I am not going to really be needing at this moment. And maybe I'll try and find some pieces that I'm gonna need to buy. Most of my life is going on a hike and then going to work, so I don't need like a lot of clothing, so I cycle through kind of the same outfits quite a lot, but I am definitely looking for some more pieces that could just freshen up my lifestyle a little bit. A couple of the pieces that I'll be getting rid of, they are kind of just more outdoorsy things at the moment, but I had like fleece little pullover I'll be getting rid of. I don't wear it very often. This avalanche kind of outdoorsy windbreaker jacket. I have a kind of a black thermal, just getting rid of. I don't think I've ever worn it. And then unfortunately I'm getting rid of, they're super fuzzy, please ignore that. I am getting rid of this pair of, they're from Abercrombie. They're those tailored pants. They are amazing. The only thing is they are extremely tight around my waist and like so baggy around my legs. So I'm done with that. And then this one, I actually got it at Goodwill. It is super cute. I just never wear it, and it always has kind of this wrinkly kind of texture that I'm just not the biggest fan of. And then lastly, the couple other things that I'm going to be getting rid of are a couple of books that I'm hoping will go to happy new homes. So the first one that I'll be getting rid of is Neil Gaiman's Graveyard book. Super good book, so I really hope that somebody else can get their enjoyment out of this one, but I do not need it on my shelf anymore, and therefore I'll be getting it out. The next one I'll be getting rid of is House of Beating Wings. I actually have never read this. It is a custom covered copy with the author's signature in here. I got this from like Book Crate. I cannot remember exactly where I got this, but I'm never gonna read something like that, and I hope somebody will get some enjoyment. Now that I look at this, I kind of wish I might be keeping this on my bookshelf. So it's called Between Wrath and Mercy. This is also another book that came with the one you just saw, and it has custom art. It's pretty cool, and it has also been signed by the author as well. Like I said, I just didn't think I was ever going to read this, and but I don't know, the art is really pretty and it would look really nice on the shelf, so I might take this one back. And then next one is going to be the Inheritance Games. I never ended up reading this either. It just didn't catch my fancy, and so I'm going to be And then lastly is this sweet potato soul cookbook. I think it's a vegan. Yeah, they're vegan recipes, kind of southern styled foods. I just never kind of got around to it. So it does have great recipes, it's just not for me. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to go over is my book that I just finished that I absolutely loved, and then my TBR for the next month or about 2. I don't have that high of a reading goal at the moment, so I don't have a ton right now, but these are a couple books that I'm really excited to get through. We are going to go through my review of Howl's Moving Castle. There is, of course, the movie based off of from Studio Ghibli. I voted it my 2023 all-time favorite movie of that year. If you have read the ACOTAR series or anything like that, Howl totally gives off like Rhysand vibes. So if you're into that, I think you would really like his character. He's fan-freaking-tastic. So as for this book, it is by Diana Wynne Jones. It's not adult. I would say it would maybe be young adult is how I would classify it. But it's basically just about this this young woman who basically gets a curse on her, and she then runs away so she can hopefully get it removed and just, you know, or find a new life basically. Along with that, she kind of meets a couple characters that are, you know, people that are just out of the ordinary, including Howl, and it's just kind of their adventures and how they're learning to live together in this moving castle basically. And it starts to kind of unravel more about Howl's character, because in my opinion, even though Sophie is the main character, I still feel like the most of the essence of the story is based on Howl. So I kind of think of him as the main character in a sense, just kind of viewed out of somebody else's eyes. With that, you really start to see them grow together, and although they do not get along quite often, it is definitely entertaining and extremely quick to read. Absolutely loved it. There's also 2 more in this series. I think I'm gonna give it 4 or 4.5 stars, mainly because I almost wished I read the book before I saw the movie, because they are vastly different. In the beginning, I thought that they were a little more similar, but not much long after you kind of get further through the story, you're just like, oh, okay, this is quite different from each other. So you have to kind of treat them as separate entities pretty much. But yeah, highly recommend if you want an easy read. It's just super cozy and cute and has a great little ending. Nothing inherently really like bad happens, so it's kind of easy, you know, if you can have a lot of anxiety but you want to find a book that kind of treats you right, definitely recommend this one. So with that, we're going to move on to my TBR. These I'm super excited about. One I'm almost already done, and I have been technically kind of reading it for like months. I just can't really get myself through it. So we'll go ahead and just start with that one. It is Call Us What We Carry by Amanda Gorman. This is just a collection of poems basically, and has incredible reviews. It's just not very much my taste. I don't really know how to describe it. That's really bad because this is supposed to be my TBR and all that. I don't know. I really just want to finish it, kind of get it done. Yeah. That doesn't help very much. Let me read this, just a little bit of the synopsis about Amanda Gorman. If you've heard that name, she was the youngest presidential inaugural poet in US history. So I definitely remember her reading her poem during that time. So if you haven't heard her, you can look her up on YouTube and watch that clip. But basically this book is basically about gender justice, the environment, racial equality, you know, or inequality, excuse me, and just kind of giving different aspects and views on those. Can get a little bit heavy in my opinion, and maybe that's why I am just not the biggest fan. I also, even though she does like talk about the environment and stuff like that, I tend to be very nature-based in things that I enjoy. So this is just a little not my taste, even though it is very well written. I will finish it because I am right there, but overall, sorry, it's not gonna get very good reviews. So the next one that I'm going to move on to is the one I'm currently reading. This is the one I just picked up right after Howl's. My boyfriend got it for me from Powell's, one of my favorite places on the planet, and he surprised me with it when he got back. So it is can you see it? Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. He is a well-known author for his adventure and fantasy books. And yeah, this one, I'm not very far. I just started it technically yesterday. But it's basically about a girl who lives on this little island that doesn't really amount to anything, and she just kind of lives her simple life. And yeah, it's just kind of her story, and that is about as far as I have gotten. I don't really want to read the synopsis too much because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but absolutely loved, gosh darn it, there we go. I absolutely loved the title, and it just felt so earthy and ironic green. It feels so earthy and green to me, but it just seems like, you know, living a simple life, which is something I absolutely enjoy. All right, so the next one is a selection or a collection of essays by one of my favorite poets, Mary Oliver. I think I just got this at Barnes & Noble because I love Mary Oliver so much. Yeah, and I've never actually read a book that she has essays in. It's usually poems that I read from her, so very much looking forward to this. It is based off of kind of nature and just kind of living. What was it actually? I can't remember what she said. A collection of essays in which the revered poet Mary Oliver reflects her willingness to lose herself within the beauty and mysteries of the natural world and the world of literature. Seems like right up my alley, right upstream, as you could say. Absolutely fantastic. So very much looking forward to that one. I'll probably read that right after I read Tress in the Emerald Sea. You can see it's a really small book, so it should be a pretty quick read, but very much looking forward to that. So the last one that I have is kind of a coming of age story that I'm very much looking forward to as well. This one is called How Do You Live? And who is it by again? Oh, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. Yeah, it's a coming of age story about a young man searching for his purpose in the world. And I guess I don't know where it is because I haven't seen it yet, but it is a Studio Ghibli movie as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And this one also looks like a pretty quick read. It's really small too. So with that, these are going to be all of my books at the moment that I'm going to be focusing on, I would say, for the next month, and then I'll probably have a couple audiobooks as well. But besides that, thank you so much for watching, and you will see me in my next video. See you later.